All right, are you actually ready, Derek?
What? Yeah, it's recording now.
Can we begin?
Sure, why not?
Into some semblance of a working militia? Okay, thanks,
Absolute-
bye. Also, bring a Zuri along for, like, bows or some shit.
Literally thinking that's what I wanted to do, so hell
Also,
yes.
we have, like, a training montage. A Zuri and Buggy are, like, getting down to business and are preparing to defeat the orcs.
Let's get down to business to defeat
The orcs.
I just imagine me just like kneecapping fucking clumsy ass guard people who can't hold their swords right. Battle axes that one says arma, the other one says get.
Yeah, that's definitely orderable. Enough to know that, like, well, or I guess knowledgeable enough to know that, like, this many dragon sightings in this short of time is not normal. Like, this is not a thing dragons do. They're normally, you know, you don't see them unless they want you to see them, kind of thing. So the fact that there's now, well, yeah, they're showing off, or it's on purpose, or so
something
there's
major
a
is
plot
about to go
afoot,
down.
and you guys are not. But none of these dragons have appeared as, like, I mean, you're not talking like Great Worm, like, holy shit. You're talking like kind of like still vulnerable to guys with swords dragons.
So younger
you know, like,
dragons.
yeah, they'll fuck you up, but they're not, you know, it's not
Yeah.
old daddy, yeah.
Big Daddy.
Yeah, Big Daddy Red. But so far as you know, there's been no direct interactions with the dragons. So,
Okay.
but and then as I said, the orc aggression. They're coming out of the woods now and harassing people on the trails, and there's even a few reports of banditry on the high road, which is, as Buggy would know, patrolled pretty religiously by Neverwinter, as that's their biggest trade route.
Sorry.
Why do you need a wand?
The Warlock casting.
Oh, did you already dip into Warlock?
Yeah.
What? Tell me of your crazy banana dreams.
I went over this last time when I took the level.
I have no memory of this.
I don't remember. I remember giving you.
Right.
You took the monkey
I
idol.
had the idol, and I'd been spending time with it, and I was having fervent dreams of bananas.
Oh, that's the
celestial
that's
banana.
the details.
It was
that's the
bananas
end
in
of the
space.
details. We get.
Yeah, that's all I had.
Oh,
I didn't
yeah.
really much.
You awake in a field of bananas. What do you do?
It's the plane of bananas. It's a different plane that
everything is the same. Laffy Taffy yellow.
Offering me power from.
It's gross.
Do we notice anything like different about you, Tomek? Is there a
His eyes have turned a pale shade of yellow,
Just the irises.
which really isn't much of a stable area. So basically, there's two crates. It hands you a sheet of parchment, which has the inventory of what's inside these two big crates. It's like meat
I'll
and
keep track of
cheese
that.
and bread and ale and oil. And they're loaded on this big two-wheeled cart with an ox in front of it. And he goes, the ox's name is Vincent. I expect to see him and the cart returned. Thank you. Also, get this sheet of paper signed right here, here, and here, and initialed here by the half-brother so that I can pay you.
I look at old man, or sorry, I look at Wintarius. Can you remember all this? I'm not much for the paperwork side of things. It's much more of an action.
Yeah, I just assumed when Terry said the paperwork side of this handled. being a man of the paper.
Of course, of course.
A man of the paper. What the fuck? Forgive you.
Is
It's a
Vincent
good
taller
name. Yeah, dude.
Damn it.
Yeah, it's an ox, dude.
Fucking
Ox are
ox,
fucking
yeah.
huge.
Yeah,
What?
he's a big boy.
Is he taller than three? No, Todd. It's a 2'11"
Yeah,
ox
2'5" ox.
named Vincent.
Kind of look up at Vincent and I. What do ox like?
Do you know? But
Like what do they do? Besides carry heavy shit. Kind of look at him and I
that's
go to pat him on the nose.
Yeah, he snorts at you.
Kind of recoil because this thing is huge.
Yeah, he immediately just goes back to eating hay out of his bucket. Yeah, it's pretty spooky.
How dark?
7 out of 10.
What's the light inside?
So that's pretty standard dense forest stuff. So like even in a noonday sun, right, it's mostly shaded on the floor. I mean, the canopy of these trees is a solid mass,
Dang.
which leads itself to a reasonably, well, you guys haven't gone in yet, but Azuri would tell you, it leads itself to a relatively open inside, right? Because the trees are blocking out all the light, so there isn't a lot of underbrush.
It's literally
if you're
like
not a
just
tree,
trees
you don't
pretty
get to
much,
live. Yeah, true old forest shit.
To
That I
swap.
actually will add.
Oh, sorry.
Nope, you're good. I was just writing down Todd's dog name. Terror.
I'm gonna trade out Chill Touch for mending for any future repairs we might have to do to the cart. And right before bed, I'm going to cast Alarm in a 20-foot cube around the camp area.
I'm familiar with the spell. Good stuff.
I am not. Winterius, what have you just done?
Well, you see, I've set a magical alarm against unwanted intrusion. I've chosen a door, a window, or an area within range that is no longer than a 20-foot cube. And until the spell ends, an alarm alerts me whenever a tiny or larger creature touches or enters the warded area.
Would you, bowing to your arcane adeptitude, should we still keep watch?
All right, so you guys are roughly here-ish, right? At the beginning of your second day. Oh shit, right. Let's see if you get to the beginning of the second day. Yeah, so at the beginning of your second day, you guys wake up, which is good. That's pretty good. Yeah, so well, let me give you a slightly better. So he sees it's a 30-foot tall hill somewhere out overhead of him, and its top is too flat to be a natural occurrence, and jutting from the grassy hilltop is a row of 10-foot tall bone-white rocks that arc towards the stormy sky like outstretched talons. It's not stormy. That's just what the flavor text says. It's stormy now. Yeah. So yeah, as you get there, again, there you go. There's the flavor text. And over like a hill over, there's a big centaur guy, and he's walking over towards you, and he's waving. He looks friendly.
Hail and well met, sir.
Hail and well met. My name is Xanth. What's up?
Who
What are you guys
died
doing
here?
here? Why, this is, of course... One second. I have to read it. This is, of course, Lady Tanamir Algondar's tomb.
Kind of nudge Winterius. Do you recognize them?
Oh,
Why
you
not?
would, Todd.
Yes,
Yeah,
I believe she's
yeah.
Hispanic.
Well, you're not 100% correct. They're a scion of Neverwinter from like more than a century ago, and you would know that they, along with a group of like 8 or 10 adventurers, kind of plucked from the cream of the cream, creme de la creme. Is that literally cream of the cream?
Cream, yeah. It's like cream of the crop, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just cream of the cream doesn't work in English.
No.
Yeah.
Of the creme de la creme. And they killed a green dragon that had lived in the Neverwinter woods for decades and assaulted people on the high roads. Unfortunately, a whole bunch of them died, and they were buried. There was a big festival, and then and this is that tomb apparently.
Yes, Mr. Zanth, it's been nice to meet you, but I've just discovered trees, and I would love to learn more about them and do this whole thing called chopping them. So, fare thee well.
Are you guys heading into the woods? You see, over Neverwinter Woods, like off in the distance, you see a suspicious-looking shape flying low above the trees before diving into them. So you see it kind of make a path, like from Mount Hotnau, kind of to roughly where you would think the main river area would be. So kind of, dead center, right under the N in winter, if you will.
I think
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I just saw a dragon. It flew from around Mount Hot now, Mount Little Caesars, to somewhere towards the center of the forest, and then dove in. It was badass, but slightly concerning.
I know it's concerning, but if they're here, then we're definitely going to get some answers that we need to bring back to Fandelver.
All right, yeah. So you guys, you pick your way up the river. It's a big, gentle, fat river. No white water, nothing exciting or special. And about midday, as expected, you guys arrive at. Yeah, so before you guys get to the logging camp, my apologies. You guys are Azuri's got the highest thing, so we'll deal with that. So about 60 feet ahead of you, on your side of the river, kind of standing in one of those places that the trees just aren't, is a boar, and it is staring directly at you.
Tries to, I don't know, make soothing sounds.
The cat sounds.
Yeah, that's what happens.
Sure.
The boar, like after a little bit of that, just kind of like takes a couple of steps backwards and like walks backwards into the woods while
Alright.
staring at you.
Goodbye, my friend.
It throws up one tiny Kashir.
All right. Tomek, why don't you and I take the lead, and perhaps Azuri can scout towards up these hills towards the north. Give a vantage point.
You're being stared down by a giant dude. One day we'll run the dream heist campaign. But yeah, Wintarius directly in front of you is a giant, terrifying ant beast.
Well, I want to kill it with fire, but that's not who I am. So level 2 chromatic orb.
Yeah. Yeah. Make sure you get those extra dice before you drop her. And what did you pick?
Hold. Do you even have to ask?
No, yeah, you're right. I don't. You bring the winter spirit to this thing in a big way.
Oh no.
Holy shit.
Oh my god.
No. Not a single under 4. Holy shit.
Fuck my encounter.
Dude, what a roll.
You tell me what this looks like, because I don't know.
So I shoot out a little blink of like white light that kind of flickers, and then as soon as it touches this thing's chitin, it just erupts in this like solid, like it starts creating fractals of ice until it just like shoots and expands, and this man is just like pierced 1,000 times.
Yeah,
and
there's this huge
puppet, and then
there's this huge poof of snow that kind of obscures it, and then as it settles down into this wonderful winterland scene, there is now a basically ice giant bug man. Nice. Yeah, so you guys are you're searching through, and Azuri kind of pokes a stick into the fireplace, and he finds this kind of gross totem, I guess you would call it. It's essentially 13 tiny stick figures made of like carved thorn vines, dipped in blood, and there are tiny little lightning bolts scratched into each of the chest pieces, and it's tied together with like a big lock of like completely black hair.
Damn druids. I'm assuming.
It's kind of gross.
I don't know how this works.
I can.
I'm gonna play it safe.
I feel like we time over safety here. I'm just gonna smash it.
Cool. Before he smashes it, I will cast resistance on him.
Yeah, no, you smash it, and much like a bundle of sticks and hair coated in blood normally reacts to an axe, you smash it. Yeah, so if you still have detect magic on, the moment he hits it, there's kind of like a little pop, and then that evil presence is gone.
I think it worked.
And you guys hear like a rumbling. And you see from where you guys are standing, I'm going to pretend you guys are up in the north. You're looking down this way towards the southern camp where the second attack happened. And you see these like burrows, like as like 3 or 4 big shapes dig their way back into the forest.
Creepy.
Excellent.
Go for it. Make me a survival and 2 perceptions.
Oh god.
That'll cover your day tracking and then your 2 nights of watch.
Nice. Not so nice.
Yeah, all right, fuck it. Day 2, you guys are camping alongside the side of Neverwinter Woods. And from your position, you've positioned yourself like at the crest of a hill so that you're like super well hidden from the woods, and you're keeping an eye out for any movement. And you definitely see like a small patrol of like, they look like orcs to you, kind of, very stealthily making their way through the woods. And it doesn't look like they've seen you. You guys have figured out the big threats probably from in the woods, so you've camped in a way that you're hidden from it. But yeah, they're there. What do you want to do?
How many?
There's 3 of them. And one of them is in its boar form. So there's like 2 orcs and a boar, I guess. And the boar is like just chilling.
So who's asleep? Or is anyone asleep? Have we decided anyone doing anything here?
Everyone would be asleep or meditating at this point,
kind of
with the
montage
exception
here.
of Tumric. Yeah. So this is like the middle of the night, day 2. You guys are 1 day away from Phandalin.
I guess stomach, it's up to you. What do you want to do?
I probably wouldn't wake everybody up for it, but I'd
just watch them till they pass on.
Yeah, just to I keep an eye on them. Like I just like knowing more of what the threat might be. That's why I was really looking out for it. And if it was in a different kind of situation.
Yeah, so you see them going around, and it looks like they're stopping at little areas, and you rolled really well. So it looks like they're setting traps at pretty regular intervals, like for where people would enter into the Neverwinter Woods. And not like rabbit traps or anything fun where it's like, oh, gotcha. It's like these are like fucking Vietnam punji pits, and like these are just intended to like maim and kill when they're not there. So they're trying to keep people out of the woods in a pretty aggressive way. Like the most old-timey fucking dwarf-looking prospector you have ever seen in your entire life. Y'all have seen Toy Story, you know exactly who this is. That is what he looks like to a fucking T. Yes. Dude, it's Prospector Pete, baby. He's got a big-ass pickaxe on his back. He's got a little miner helmet, which has adorably tiny, like Coke can-sized lantern that is lit for some god-awful reason, hanging off in front of him. And he walks in, and the owner of the tavern, whose name escapes me, goes, "Oh shit! Oh shit! Where's his name?"
Toblin Stonehill.
Don John, is that you? And he goes, "In the flesh." He explains he's been in Neverwinter trying to secure the deeds to his family's old gold mine that has been closed down for nearly 2 centuries, and he is convinced that there is another main line in there, and he's gonna find it.
Well, we will be happy to help you clear out the area for 5% of your profits.